Hi guys, welcome back to the Main Road Expedition. My name is Chris, aka Big Will, and today we have an Integral League Cup quarter-final tie against Marine, and we follow it up with a game in the league. Recent form has been excellent. We've lost 1 in 20 recently, so that is really good going from our point of view. Couple of draws here and there, but for the most part we are maintaining a decent run of form. And we even managed to beat the league leaders Redcliffe in the FA Trophy in the previous round. Incidentally, in the next round of the FA Trophy, we've drawn Northampton, who, of course, knocked us out of the FA Cup in the fourth round of qualifying. So, again, it's going to be a really tough game, and we know for a fact that it's something that's going to be very difficult for us to progress in. So, Integral League Cup is our main option for a trophy this season, and hopefully we can continue that run in that competition. And following it up with a game against Farsley Celtic, who we managed to beat earlier in the Integral League Cup, and it's the first time we've actually beaten them, so hopefully we can do so again this time round. Incidentally, we're now sat, I think, in 5th place in the league. We'll look at that just before the Farsley Celtic game, of course. Right now, it's all about this cup competition. Struggling a little bit with fitness of Jack Bates at the moment. He picked up a slight knock in the last game, but he's fit enough to play. Lloyd Hill is suspended. Darren Norton, unfortunately, isn't fit enough to play. He is out of action. And as you can see, the squad being the size that it is proving to be quite a challenge. And unfortunately, if we get a big set of injuries, we're not going to have a lot to deal with. We've just literally got to roll with the dice and hopefully figure it out along the way. I think we're certainly capable of beating Marine. We did beat them earlier in the season in the league, but they've also hit a good run of form themselves, and they have settled themselves in a playoff spot for the time being. So hopefully we can just push on and get a good quick start. This is Bates down this right side, swinging it into the penalty area. The goalkeeper Jeffries very, very comfortable making the claim there. We have regrouped a little bit, but Cunningham is challenging, and Cunningham has got there and fired it just over the crossbar. And it was Grimshaw who got beaten by him in the area. He didn't really challenge for the ball, and a little bit of a concern, to be fair. We certainly need to make sure that we are very sharp at the back. We have been a little bit suspect at times in recent matches, but the unbeaten run has continued. So hopefully we can continue just to plod along through and keep grabbing the results as we go. Keeling with the throw. Ainley manages to clear into Carota. Good tackle by A. Mamiego there. Ashton manages to win the challenge though and find Williams. Now Ainley into Carota, who's got a bit more time. But again, A. Mamiego quickly stealing in to win possession. Yusuf back to Gallagher. Tried to lay it back for Adewoju, and Raymond intercepting this time, and they further up the pitch with the interception and parry over the top here for Lawrence. It's a good finish. I thought that he may have been offside, but it doesn't look like it's going to be given. And we find ourselves a goal behind here. We want to win a cup competition, there's no doubt about it, but at the same time, we're bidding for playoffs as well, so we can't afford too many distractions, but that hasn't been the best of first halves from our point of view. And we certainly need to pick it up. I think with the size of the squad, we could do with not being in the cup, to be quite honest. But at the same time, we do want to carry on and get as much financial backing as possible as well. So there's plenty of scope for reasons for staying in the competitions, despite the fact that we have got a small squad that is struggling. But there is the second goal for Marina. Very well moved down that right hand side. Carrozza firing it across goal, and Raymond slotting it into the bottom corner. And corner straight away here afterwards. We just about managed to clear, but a penalty has been awarded as Jack Bates handled the ball. And right at the start of the second half, we've completely collapsed. We need McGee to make a save, and he does superbly, McGee, to make that save. Yusuf does manage to clear. We're going to demand more from the team because we've had a shocking start to this second half, and it's probably the worst home performance we've had for a long time. And unfortunately, both of our fullbacks rating a 6.2. They've both been shocking today. Cunningham couldn't quite get there. Adewoju finds Bates. Now Livermore under a lot of pressure. Yusuf picks it up and finds Gallagher. Now Yusuf trying to move it around into this left-hand side. Good ball over the top. Hey, Mamiego controls it well. Cuts it back. James Collins is there. And that is a very good finish. It was a well-worked goal in the end. And after demanding more from the side, they have delivered. Hopefully, we can push on a little bit from here and really find ourselves an opportunity of continuing in this cup competition. James Collins with a good finish. Good cutback there from Mamiego. Very patient build-up. And with half an hour to go, we're back in this cup tie. Jeffrey's the goalkeeper with a delivery forward for Marine. It's a good header. Jab Bates can't get there though, and Lawrence picks it up quite comfortably. He has got two in supporting the penalty area. It swings it in, and Cunningham was unmarked. McGee making a very good save, fortunately, from our point of view. And it remains 2-1. I think we may have to make some changes, though, defensively. We're really struggling, aren't we? I mean, Keeling and Bates have been shocking today. But it's more the fitness side of it that I'm concerned about as well. Jack Williams, that's a great ball over the top. James Collins in behind and finishes superbly. Lovely little ball over the top from Jack Williams. And we are level. We've completely turned it around following that penalty save from McGee. I think that's certainly been the spearhead of this change of fortunes in the match. There's a lovely little dink over the top from Jack Williams. Collins did well to control it, to be fair, and finished it extremely well on his left foot. And I think now will be the time to make some substitutions, and hopefully we can just push on for a win. Max Sanders is going to come on for Yusuf, who is struggling a little bit for fitness there. I think, to be fair, what we'll do, we'll put Sanders in the holding midfield, drop Livermore back. Gallagher can come off for Donawa. Switch Grimshaw to left back and get Jack O'Connor on at centre back. Get the big man on, and hopefully he can prove very useful for us from some set pieces toward the end of this match. We do have a free kick, and Sanders is going to take it. The keeper's positioning is a bit suspect. Can Sanders find the finish to completely turn this game around? It's a good strike, but he's hit it far too hard and not enough accuracy either. So it remains 2 apiece. Another free kick in the dangerous area, though. Sanders again with a big opportunity, maybe. Swings in the strike. It's a good effort, and again, just not quite the accuracy. And he falls short. 2 big chances for us there, though. O'Connor lofting it forward. Ainley controlling it well, finding Williams. Now Renison looking over the top, and Willoughby's in behind. This would be a horrible way to go. Good save from McGee. Incidentally, he was offside anyway. But we're into a penalty shootout. We've not had one for a little while. They don't always tend to be our friends, these penalty shootouts. But we'll see how we get on. We expect the team to win the shootout. Both sides are in good form, though. McGee's faced a lot of penalties over the course of the season, to be fair. Willoughby strikes. It's into the back of the net, into the bottom corner. Jack Williams, again, he's been our main penalty taker for quite some time. And it's another good strike into the back of the net. We are level after the first round of penalties. The centre-back, Williams, steps up for Marine. McGee went the right way, but couldn't keep it out. It was a well-taken penalty by the centre-half. And now it's Sanders. After coming off the bench, he did okay with a couple of free kicks, but nothing too major. But he's missed that penalty, and that could prove extremely costly here. McGee against Parry. And McGee saves very comfortably. Parry put it straight down the middle, and McGee just picked it up. Very cocky. Potentially more so from McGee than their striker. Livermore strikes the penalty into the bottom corner. We level again. And yeah, bit of a strange one so far. Cunningham against McGee. McGee went early, and it was very easy for Cunningham to make his decision there. Donawa stepping up. Donawa's had a good season himself so far. Can he score a penalty here for us? Donawa strikes. It's another good penalty. 3 apiece. Revan had his penalty saved by McGee in the match. Can McGee do it again? Oh, he went the right way, but he couldn't keep it out. And all the pressure now is on Jack Bates, the young fullback. I mean, none of our penalty takers are none of our squad's good at penalties anyway, so it's just, it'll be what it'll be. And Jack Bates steps up, good penalty, strikes it well into the corner of the net. And we go into sudden death. Wood now against McGee. Wood strikes, McGee again going the right way, but not outstretching himself too much. And now Mamiego, who's been a man reborn really over the last season and a half. He started with us and didn't look particularly brilliant, but he really has settled into the team now. Big opportunity for him, and it's a really good save, in fact, with the goalkeeper. I think he struck it well enough, but unfortunately, it has been missed. We are out of the League Cup. We did well to fight our way back into the match in general, to be honest, because we weren't looking good. But going forward, we've got a big focus in the league, and obviously we've got that tough FA Trophy tie coming up against Northampton as well. But our focus returns to the league. We've got Farsley Celtic at home, and hopefully we can get a good result in that one and continue to fight for these playoff places. The change to this setup and formation has certainly helped us. We're actually sat 5th in the league at the moment. But as you can see, there's 3 points separating 7 teams here, and there's a huge gap of 19 points to Radcliffe, who are just walking away with this league at the moment. So it's going to be extremely close, that is for sure. All we can do is keep doing what we're doing and winning games. And Farsley Celtic are one of the teams on 55 points as well, in fact. So it's a big, big game coming up. Hopefully we can get a good result. We'll be back momentarily after a couple of days off camera, and fingers crossed there's no fresh injury concerns, and we can be fully stocked with the squad ready for Farsley Celtic. Okay then guys, here we go for the game against Farsley Celtic. Like I say, really big game today. All the teams that are in and around us: Stalybridge are at home to mid-table Ashington. Radcliffe are at home against Atherton Collieries. Chorley are at home to Marsk. So we've certainly got the tougher match today. But fortunately, we are starting to open up a gap to a chasing pack as well. Buxton are only 3 points behind us. We got to go a further 7 points back to get to Atherton Collieries. So, and likewise a further point for Morpeth, Ashington, and Bradford. So we're not looking too bad, really. It's just a case of knuckling down and seeing what we can get from these matches. But it's games like this that determine how everything can shape up for the season. And I think the fact that we beat Farsley Celtic in the cup tie certainly gives us a little bit more confidence, and hopefully we can push on and at least get a draw in this game. It wouldn't be ideal, but at the same time, it would keep us within touching distance of that full pack. So we've just got to push forward the way we can. And early stages would suggest it is going to be a close game. Farsley Celtic have got more of the ball, and they are having a little bit more joy in front of goal, but neither side looking particularly dangerous at the moment. No shots on target in the opening half an hour, and that is related with no highlight until now. Chapman swings it in. Conway wins the header. It's hit the crossbar, and Bates does well to clear. Cleared forward. Sanders couldn't get there. Chapman now. Into Sellers Fleming. He lays it all the way back to Robinson, who looks over the top for Chapman, who controls it superbly, and he clips the post. Unfortunately for us, he's just a little bit wide of the mark there. Defensively, a little bit suspect there. Not ideal, but we are going to just have to roll with it. We have got very little in the way of squad depth now, following those couple of departures earlier in January. But we've only had one attempt at goal in that first half, and we really need to step it up a gear. The players are tired, as you can imagine. We've been so many matches quite regularly. Sanders here, swinging in a corner toward the centre of the box. Livermore picks it up. Hey, Mamiego strikes it off the bar, and well, Collins, I think, was about to strike it. He ended up on the ground. Robinson put his foot through him a bit. No foul given, but we have picked it up, certainly at the start of the second half. A couple of attempts on target has seen us take a little bit of a step forward in the game, to be fair. And I think we're going to have to make some changes because we're not looking particularly dangerous, are we? Darren Norton is fit enough to be on the bench. He's going to come on for Collins, who's picked up a knock. Denawa is going to come on for Yusuf, who's struggling and he's on a yellow card. And we're going to take O'Connor off. O'Connor's the fittest, one of the fittest players on the pitch, to be honest, right now. But he's having a very poor game at the moment. And we're going to get Adewoju on for him. And that'll be our 3 substitutions. We need 5 subs, really. With the system that we're playing as well, it's proving extremely difficult to keep players somewhat fit. Ashington are actually beating Staley Bridge away from home. That is a big result where we're concerned, because it means that Staley Bridge are dropping out of the playoff places as it stands. Well, I did suggest it, didn't I? It's been a very boring 0-0 draw. Neither side really getting into the game, and we've taken the draw. Like I say, a little bit of a poor performance. Some good ratings in there though for 1 or 2 players. McGee especially in goal, which is a bit of a strange one because Farsley Celtic didn't have a shot on target, which makes me wonder why McGee has had such a good rating there. But a draw was an ideal result. It's all evened up in the way of the league table in terms of number of matches now as well. But as you can see, it's very close in that top half. And we've just got to crack on and see where we end up. Yeah, I mean, we've got tough games to play in the league, of course, as well. And we've got Hyde, who consistently batter us as well. So that'll be an interesting one to see where we stand up, given our recent run of form. Northampton as well, and the FA Trophy coming up as well. But in terms of the other league games, I mean, we've got Buxton down there. We've also got Staley Bridge there as well. So a couple of tough games. The rest of them are mid-table, though. So we shouldn't be looking too bad, I don't think. What I'll probably do is we'll get a few games out of the way and we'll come back for a couple of games at the start of March and then it'll be off to the end of the season. They really pack the start of the season with the matches. I don't understand why, because then it finishes in April, but who am I to judge? So yeah, we'll come back at the start of March probably. If we can get through in the FA Trophy, it'd be a phenomenal result, really. Northampton are actually second in the league. In the Vanarama National League. So it's going to be an incredibly tough ask, but who knows? We'll just see how we get on. So until next time, guys, thank you very much for your support. Please like, subscribe to the channel. It is all greatly appreciated. I will see you all next time for a couple of mid-table games, really. And yeah, this is Big Will signing away.